State-of-the-art facial recognition technology is going to be used by the Metropolitan Police in London to catch the capital's most prolific shoplifters. Police chiefs have said it will be a game changer, allowing officers to match CCTV footage from shops and high streets against mugshots. Shoplifting offences in England and Wales have, in the latest figures published to date, jumped by a whopping 25% in the past year. And across the whole of the UK, crime has cost retailers £1.9 billion. Guess who that's passed on to? Yes, you and me, the honest customer. But with police failing to prosecute most shoplifters already identified to officers, will this new technology really make a big difference? Well, I'm joined right now by former Met Police Superintendent Dal Babu. Good afternoon to you, Dal.
Good afternoon, Julia.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. I mean, I don't think anyone's surprised by that 25% rise in shoplifting offences. That's recorded offences. I think if it was actually all the offences that aren't recorded now because no one bothers calling the police anymore because they either won't turn up, if they do turn up, they won't make an arrest. If someone's arrested, they're not charged. So my local shopkeepers say, we don't even bother anymore. I think it'll probably be a 300% increase, but there we are. Do you think that this new technology is going to be the game changer the Met Police say it will be?
Well, you still need people, you still need police officers to come out to make those arrests if those individuals are arrested. I think what we've done is we've lost the art of how police officers were trained. Certainly when I was first in the police, you would be going to all shoplifting calls, regardless of what the amount was, and you'd be going to all the sudden deaths. So you've got a good understanding of just how, getting used to sort of dead bodies and understanding them. You've got to touch them and feel them and sort of make sure that somebody is genuinely dead. And you also, shoplifting, which was sometimes very monotonous and very, very boring, but you had to go through it because it made you do all the paperwork and have a better understanding of taking evidence, interviewing individuals, going to court. But all of that has gone now. So a lot of shopkeepers, as you say,
there's no bother. Dal, can I be a bit cheeky? I can ask, are you somewhere where you can ask the people banging things behind you to stop doing it? It's probably not. Tell them Julia says shush. Oi, shush. Right, Dal. This is the thing. I think certainly talking to local shopkeepers around my way, they're not even angry anymore. I've talked to people who, a husband and wife who run a card shop, the manager of a very well-known national chemist store, and others, just saying, we're just giving up. We've just given up. Someone comes in, often it's organised crime, it's regular gangs, they come in, they see us stock stuff up, they turn up, there's one shop, they say, there's a man, it's the same guy every morning, he goes in, he runs into the local coffee shop, grabs a sandwich and a drink, waves at the staff and then leaves. They've identified him, they've got a photograph of him, the police know who he is. Police don't do anything. The police don't turn up for a day if they do turn up. And they're not even angry anymore. They just sometimes try and barricade the door. The staff don't want to get involved. They don't know if someone's going to get violent. But they've just accepted that, well, we're just going to have people steal our stuff and we might not make a profit that week, or we'll have to put prices up for our other customers, which puts them off. Then they go online to Amazon and then we end up closing down. We've just there is a sense that we've just given up on this.
I'm very frustrated because I end up intervening myself when I see shoplifters shoplifting and the shop staff don't do anything. It's very, very frustrating. I think ultimately we need the police to really get a grip of this because it does lead to an increase in prices. There's no such thing as a victimless crime. And I think what's happened, I think it's exactly as you've described, Julia. I think police don't turn up. Police, if they do turn up, they're reluctant to actually do anything about it. And then it's getting into the criminal justice system. If you're a shopkeeper and you're going to be giving evidence and going to court, do you really want to do that? So a lot of people just ban people, bar them from coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure what this facial recognition will do.
Well, that's the thing. It's supposed to be so much more sophisticated, isn't it? That would make a big difference. But I said what the shopkeepers are telling me is that they literally got the names. They know where people live. They've tracked. They know who these people are. They've taken photos of them. They've been arrested before. The police know who these people are, and they're still not doing anything. Why do you think that is? Why is this idea that this is? I know. Look, of course, it's low-level crime comparative to, rape or murder. Of course, or GBH. Of course, it is. But these people, it tends not to be the only crime. There's just a general feeling of lawlessness. And a feeling that the police aren't on our side. And if you did tackle somebody, And I repeatedly tackle people on the train home when it's all these young men, and they like wait for the barrier to go, and then the barrier opens, and then they slip through and not pay. And I'm like, you're stealing. You're stealing, because I'm having to pay a more expensive ticket, so is everyone else, because you don't pay your way. And this feeling that, well, why should I pay my way if they're not, and they're getting away with it and no one does anything?
I think you're right. I think there's a good similarity. If you look at what happens on London transport, you can never find a BTP officer. People are just slipping through, and we do all end up paying a lot more.
And that's the same across the country. It's not just London.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's across London. This is an issue across London. So it's about having police that are a bit more robust, a bit more savvy. But, we need police officers to really go back to basics and sort of start engaging with people, arresting individuals, and sort of making sure that they're able to deal with you say low-level crime, and you're right. But also the chances are those individuals will be doing other crimes as well.
That's the key thing, isn't it? And we've had a lot of talk, about the prisons being overcrowded, and that as of Monday, Secretary Justice Alex Chalk saying, they're going to be releasing some offenders early. Senior judges have been told, can you not have sentencing now for serious criminals who are out on bail currently, because basically we haven't got anywhere to put them. We've only got a couple of hundred places left. In that scenario, people who are going to get done for shoplifting, they're not going to go to prison. And if they do, it's after sort of the 20th conviction. And we're told these people should get a community sentence. These people don't even turn up to the community sentence. They don't care.
Yeah, I think the danger is if you don't deal with people who are doing low-level crimes, they'll go on to do more serious crimes. So it's really important that they're dealt with and actually made to understand there's consequences if they commit offences.